Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys or giving you a few little tips and tricks on how to die less, how to increase your KD and overall become a better player at Cold War. If you guys do enjoy this video or if this video does help you out, make sure to subscribe for more daily Cold War content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first tip. So the first tip I have for you guys is positioning and kind of, I guess you could call it the routes you take on each map. So I always mention this on every single Call of Duty as one of the most important tips in the whole entire game. And that is to not go to the middle of the map and instead stick to the left or the right lanes on the map. So every single map in this game has a left, a middle and a right lane. And pretty much all of them do. There's a couple that don't, but the rules still apply. And the biggest tip is literally to stick on the left and the right hand side instead of going to the middle of the map. So for example, right here, this map has a very popular middle section. There's one entrance here, there's an entrance to the left, an entrance to the right, and then there's an entrance on the other side of where I'm about to go. As you'll see, when I enter this middle section of the map, I just instantly die. As you guys will see, I'm putting it in a bit of slow motion for you guys. But as you can see, there's an entrance here to my left, to my right. But as you guys see, as soon as I enter here, there's a guy right there. And there's also a guy right behind me. There's a guy right behind me. Literally camping in the corner. There's so many different little sections and little places, little corners that people are going to be waiting for you, especially on this map. I have found a lot of people camping that middle section. So I recommend you guys just sticking to the outskirts of the map and avoiding the middle section as much as possible. When you're on the outskirts of the map, you're going to be getting into more 1v1 gunfights. However, when you head to the middle of the map, you're going to be getting into gunfights where it's 1v2, 1v3, maybe even 1v5 if you're unlucky enough. As you guys can see, just there for example, I killed one person. As soon as I killed the second guy, I started to reload and boom, out of nowhere, someone else came around the corner. So that pretty much sums up that tip. I'm very sorry for talking for 2 minutes straight about one single tip, but I just really wanted to get my point across and explain it the best I possibly can. The next tip on the list is going to be mini-map awareness. This is going to be super important. A lot of people surprisingly underestimate the power of the minimap, and a lot of people forget to look at the minimap. Now, when I play in Call of Duty, I'm probably looking at my minimap every single 2 seconds, and I'm not even joking. Every single 2 seconds or 3 seconds, etc., I have a quick little glance. It literally takes a split second. I just move my eyes to the minimap for 1 split second, check it, see where the red dots are, see where my teammates are, and this is going to give away so much in the game. So for example, when your enemies shoot, unless they have a suppressor on, they are going to appear on the minimap. And also when you have a UAV in the sky, unless they have ghost, they are also going to appear on the minimap. One thing a lot of people don't understand though is looking where your teammates are can be just as helpful. The reason for this is because usually wherever your teammates are, the enemies are in the opposite directions. So for example, right now my enemies are kind of to the left of the map, and this means the enemies are going to be to the right of the map and in the middle of the map. And as you can see, I was right, there's a couple enemies in the middle of the map there, but I'm not going to challenge those because they have a lot better protection than me. So what I was going to do is go ahead and go around the right hand side of the map and try and flank them, but the round did end, as you guys can see. Anyway, I just recommend you guys, strongly recommend you guys paying a lot of attention to your map. The next big tip I really recommend you guys using is using the wild card that allows you to have 6 perks. This actually allows you to have 2 perks in every single slot, and in my opinion this is by far the best wild card you can use. There's a couple more wild cards like gunfighter, etc., where you can have extra attachments on your weapons, but honestly extra attachments aren't exactly needed because you already get enough attachments as it is. So sticking on the wild card that gives you 6 perks is going to be really good. You can obviously use Ghost, and you can also use other ones as well, like Dead Silence and Ghost on the same class, which is going to be really, really good. You can use Scavenger, you can use obviously Flak Jacket, and all those kind of stuff. So all of these perks combined are going to basically make you invincible. I know that's a little bit of an exaggeration. You're obviously still going to die, but trust me, having these 6 perks is going to help you guys out a bunch. This next tip is going to be more of a pro kind of tip that I have never ever heard a single person in YouTube history apart from me talk about this tip. And this tip is weapon recognition. Now this might sound a little bit weird, you guys have probably never heard of this before, but it's a little tip that I made up myself, and this is basically learning what weapons the enemies have. So when you look at an enemy, you can pretty much always tell what weapon they have in their hand. They can have a large assault rifle, they can have a small SMG, they can have a shotgun, they could have a pistol, and they could also have a sniper, or they can even have like rocket launchers and all of that kind of stuff. So obviously learning and recognizing the enemy's weapons are going to be really, really helpful. So a few examples of where this is going to come into hand. Let's say for example you are in a close range gunfight. If the enemy has a shotgun, you're going to want to keep some distance. Obviously you're going to want to keep some distance because they're just going to one-shot you. They're going to probably push you as well, because shotgun people usually like to be obviously a bit rushy, a bit pushy. So just try and keep your distance from them and just try and be as accurate as possible. Make sure to keep your distance because they're just going to one-shot you. Another example, let's say for example the enemy has a sniper and you're in a long distance gunfight and you have an SMG. They have a sniper, let's be real, you're going to probably lose that gunfight. So the best tip I have for you guys is literally just to run away. Run in the opposite direction, try and flank them or something, try and get closer to them, because if you challenge that long distance gunfight with an SMG and they have a sniper, you're screwed. You're going to die straight away. So I literally recommend you guys running the opposite direction. So the final 2 tips are pretty little, but they really, really do help out a lot. These are tips that, it's just one little change, but it can make a huge difference. So the first one is going to be to use a Stim Shot. Stim Shots will regenerate your health. They recharge every 5 to 10 seconds. So you're going to have unlimited Stim Shots pretty much every single game. Unlike, for example, if you used a stun, you only get one of those. So a Stim Shot is definitely going to be the best option. Whenever you're low, if you're rushing, if you're one shot, stick yourself with a Stim Shot and you're sorted. The next little tip I want to talk about is using a field mic. A field mic is basically a portable UAV. This is a field upgrade. You pull it on the map, it will show a little circle, and you guys can see exactly where the enemies are. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe for more daily Cold War videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.